Turning now to the pandemic, and more states are rolling back COVID restrictions, including mask requirements. But while some may be ready to rip off the face coverings, the nation's top infectious disease expert says others may continue wearing them for different reasons. Francesca Amaker is here now with those developments. Good morning to you, Fran.
Good morning, Sheba. And we've talked about that on the show several times. You know, are you going to wear your mask after this pandemic? Many people saying yes, they plan to. But Dr. Anthony Fauci says even after the pandemic is over, some folks may be wearing their mask for a different reason when respiratory illnesses are more prevalent. While on NBC's Meet the Press, he touched on how the nation has practically seen a non-existent flu season this year, mainly because people were taking precautions against COVID. And Fauci's comments come weeks after the Biden administration relaxed federal health guidance for wearing masks outdoors. Now, Dr. Fauci also touched on the government's vaccination programs. He says the shots have been a game changer in the fight against the virus. And Fauci says he believes President Joe Biden's goal to vaccinate 70% of Americans will be reached by the 4th of July.